By Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters1932.org.
Welcome in, listeners and viewers. Once again, this is the James Kane Experience live at KCAA Radio 106.5, 1050 AM. And you can also find us, if you're not in the IE area, at www.kcaaradio.com. Thank you for tuning in again to the 4 o'clock Insights, and this is where it goes down every Saturday. Also, if you would like to, other than the show, you can find me at jameskane.com or James Bo Kane Experience YouTube. Sorry to say that it's a lot been going on, and it's another time in Black history. Mm-hmm. But one thing I want to say, Black history is not just a month. It's a everyday thing for Black people in general. It's awareness to those who doesn't really understand Black history. I'm pretty sure in America, everyone has a history month or a day that's given to them, which is wonderful because everyone should be recognized, and we should understand how each one of us is important in this melting pot. But let's get into segment number 3, if we have time, will be James and Shawnee's weekly recap. Yes. We'll talk about the Super Bowl, which is tomorrow, and probably that great victory the Los Angeles Lakers had over the Philadelphia 76ers. Second segment, we'll go into the reading for the blind. Yes. This is where we try to encourage young people to read to their elders. And the elders sit down, read to the young, and spend time together. If it's just 30 minutes an hour a day or even a week, whatever time you have, it's being together with one another. In the first segment, we're going to go back to part 2 of Black cultural practices. Now, in the news and the notes, it's weird to me that we always talk about Black on Black crime. We talk about all these things going on in drugs in the Black community. Yeah. Well, on February 6th, it was reported by Fox News that 55 people were indicted by the FBI on drug trafficking cases, and it was fentanyl. They say allegedly, that word, yes, allegedly, it was a man from China involved in it. Wow. So as we see, there's other cultures got drug problems too. Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, the homeless gets hit again. Oh, and then another tragedy, and this was in Missouri, that a man, father of 3, was just kindly asking a woman, do she need a ride to a heating, I guess, back east or something, it's snow. So this man was trying to be a good Samaritan and give a woman a ride to the heating shelter, I guess what it is. I'm from California, so we don't have heating shelters here. So he was shot in the head and killed. Now, I don't know too much about the story. I'm just giving a brief. So if you want to, you can look into that. A man fatally shot. And it was just sad to me to see that someone's trying to be a good Samaritan and he gets domed or shot in the head because someone just felt the need to take a life. Well, hopefully they deal with that correctly. Also, last, in California, another non-Black community, 3 Armenian nationals was arrested. So watch what you do when you go to the bank. They were doing ATM theft. So it's a ring going out there. So people, guard your numbers when you're at that ATM. They're stealing your money. So it's weird when you go into the store. I know a lot of you out there can testify to this in the black culture that when you go in, this happened to my daughter, so that's why I'm bringing this up. My young daughter, the boss, she's not here this weekend. She went into an Asian market, and she's kind of lackadaisical at times. So she walked up to the where you pay, and she thought that my other kid's mother, well, my other child, paid for it. It was an honest mistake. And the lady, an Asian lady, came and started attacking her and yelling at her. And she said, wait a minute. My stepmom bought this already. So she came up and said, oh, no, I'm paying for that. The lady still was outraged by an honest mistake. And she was given the money and everything, but she gave no apology. So as you see, still today, just being black can be shameful. And we have to grow our children up to understand these things will happen and how do you deal with it when they happen.
Yeah.
So be vigilant when you're out there. Understand who you are, what you are, and where you're at. Daughter, can you hit us with
The first. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Human capital. Oh, cages and how Black American culture carry us through system built to hold on, exclude us.
And as you know, human capital,
Yes.
your labor, your skill, and your talent. So those that's out there that have skill and talent, how do you feel every day when you go to work or you invent something and then someone take it? Now, sometimes we sell our inventions and get lowball because we really don't understand our marketing skills
Yes.
and our entrepreneurship skills. And these things happen a lot in finance. Look at all our athletes. In the NFL, they have a problem with black coaches right now.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of black players. And these black players, they make a lot of money. And look at the stories, how a lot of them say, well, that's not enough. One of them, I'm not going to bring up his name, said, well, 50 million after taxes and this and that is not a lot of money. But I know a lot of you out there, especially in the Facebook world, is saying, wow, you give me 50 million, I can live the rest of my life.
You're right.
Well, it's understandable that it's a lifestyle that you choose because you can go buy a lot of property with 50 million and you might can get you a nice farm to live on if you want to do manual labor, and it could take care of you and your next generation, and it should.
Yeah.
But we won't get into that because that's someone else's money. Someone was told to me, never get mad at someone because they view their dollar different than you view yours. We'll leave that there. Next.
When people were the product under slavery, Black Americans were human capital, not employees, not citizens, asset. When slavery ended, the system didn't disappear. It rebranded itself.
Into you know what.
Yeah.
As today we look at it, because we look at those times and say, well, that was it. What about now? Look at now. Your one of your heroes, Martin Luther King Jr., they want to take his holiday from you. See,
Yep.
this is one thing. If someone gives you something, they can take it back. You know, back in when I was young, they called it an Indian giver. I don't know why they said that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's someone else's derogatory statement.
Yes.
You know, because it didn't look like the Indians gave too much back. It looked like they things were took until this day.
Exactly.
Someone else still own it. I guess, you know, we can get into that in the New York Treaty. But also, let me inform you, when it comes to property and finances. And did you know in the late 1800s and the 1900s, guess what? Blacks wasn't the only one. Well, we were called blacks or whatever names they gave us. But colored people actually didn't come for black people. Colored people were all the non-whites. So Asians, Mexicans, and all these other people that came from other places of different nationality was called colored people. That's why the advancement of colored people never really advanced for us. Then they got into the 1970s. Now, majority of these non-blacks or blacks but speak a different language are called Hispanics or Latinos. And they have their own struggle with light and dark in those nationalities itself. But that's not what we hear today. That's just something I wanted to give you. So if you haven't heard it before, now you have. Next, daughter.
Yes, let's talk about mass incarceration didn't just remove individuals. It disrupt families, neighbors, and a knowledge transfer. But culture adapted call and response. In prison, churches, and protest space, call and response become a way to say, you're still seen, you're still counted.
Now, call and response.
Yes.
Now, today, what is call and response? It's a call for you to be better in your community. And the response is how you're going to act upon that in your community. Because, see, a lot of young people now don't respect the elders. And the elders, is some of it, or a lot of it is your fault. It's because we raised these crazy youngsters out there right now that y'all giving them a name now. Every generation or time we're given a name. I remember back in the 70s, remember gangs. The Crips and Bloods came out of really, in California, a revolution. We were revolutionaries. The Black Panthers and different black organizations, because remember, all these things was organizations. In the black communities, they were good. We used to go and they would feed the neighborhood. They would protect the neighborhood. And a lot of it, we were kicked around and we didn't understand, because sometimes in oral tradition, the wrong educator gets put as the celebrity. And we have a problem with our celebrity. We look up to our celebrities and we say they're role models, but some of them just play football. They don't want to be role models, and then you push them in this place to be a role model, but they're not. So why we don't go get our economists, our sociologists, our psychiatrists, these people that are educated and professional in these areas? We're going to get a basketball player to tell us about social skills and talent and education. That's not his professional role
at all.
That's why sometimes they'll tell him, just dribble. What gets offensive. But what you going to do about it? See, that's why I say it's strange if you don't want change. What are you going to do today, people? Are you going to stand up, get up, and stop being kicked down and talk about what's going on and make a difference in your community? Next.
And speaking about change, remember when hip-hop didn't start as entertainment, it started as a documentation. It recorded policy, prevent surveillance, and survival long before mainstream media listened.
Now, I remember that.
Yes.
I remember when I first hear hip-hop. I moved from North Pomona to South Pomona. I was about 11 years old. I used to sit there and listen with my little headset on. Rappers Delight came out. I was in junior high school, Simons Junior High. Shout out to those out there that graduated from Simons. That was my junior high school. And once I went there, them guys were my real friends, because we just wanted to play basketball, have fun, and that was it. It takes you back. When you get old, you want to go back to the times before you were tainted by all the different things in life that just push you down and then crush you and turn you into something. Sometimes it turns you into a monster, but sometimes it turns you into a good person. Most of the time, life will stress you out. And it's how you deal with that stress is what makes you a better person today. Now, hip hop. I remember when I used to listen to LL Cool J.
Yeah.
When he first came out with I'm Bad, man, we lost our minds. And everybody got Fila sweatsuits. We was into all these sweatsuits.
The hat too.
We had to have the hat. See, we had golf hats back then.
The Adidas.
Man, khakis came out. That's when before colors.
Yeah.
You see, after colors, that was the problem because everyone seen that movie, but they didn't understand that movie was a bad depiction of blacks. It still showed us as being other people. It gave them like the celebrity role, and it showed how we are crabs in the bucket, how we are men or young men told on each other or were gang hoppers. Yeah, back then, you wouldn't say it like they today, gang. Well, the gang didn't get a good representation in colors. It wasn't a bad movie. I wouldn't say it was a bad movie, but it motivated a lot of people to get in something that they're not built for. They wasn't built for prison, but then they had to go to prisons because you reap what you sow. And a lot of us sowed things that later on we had to be responsible for. And a lot of times when you get up in that prison, two people come out of there. A strong man or a weak man. And what I mean about a weak man, not that you can't fight, not that you ain't big muscles and all these things, it's just your mental. Are you here to create something that's going to be talked about for the next 15 to 20 years? Or when we get in 2030, see, that's why I do shows that you can listen to, your kids can listen to, and in 2030, if you tune into me, it's going to have the same relevance that it has today in the black community, because this is the James Kane experience. And I just want you to understand I have 59 years of experience being black. So I think I know a little about what I'm talking about and my experience. Your experience may be different, but enough about me. Daughter, read on something else?
Oh, yes. Let's talk about kinship. When incarceration removed fathers, brothers, and sons, communities stepped in, coaches, elders, church leaders, mentor. This wasn't accidental. It was culture counter. Yes.
Now, what happened was an extended kinship part. See, this is a practice that you don't even know you practice. Like, I have a cousin, Jimmy Morrison. He's the coach of Gary High School. I went to Gary my freshman year for a half a year. Then it was great coaches. Gary was winning in football. They haven't won so much lately. But I was proud to see my cousin, my younger cousin, now the coach of Gary. And my nephew went there, and they were building something there. He not only coached, but he mentored kids' lives. They know they can come talk to him off record. He pushed them to be in education, not just football, not just because you plan for him to be on the team. He was talking to the parents. He invested his time and took it away from his family because he understands, because we came from 949 Asheville, got to give it up, that in our household and my grandmother's and grandfather, they taught us family is important. And it's not just the family in your house, it's the family in your community, because we were all family and we still are family. You may not know it yet, but there's a lot of us that do understand. One of us is all of us, and all of us is for one of us.
Yes.
We're all one. So your coach, your mentor, your friend, or whoever it may be, your auntie. Let's get back to our aunties where they were aunties, where you might get mad at your mother.
I'm an auntie.
Exactly. And how does my granddaughter treat you?
The oldest one, she always since she's been little, I can see her becoming a great young woman. And she had questions for me. I had the experience through life, and I gave her those answers. But I told her, you can listen to me, but it's up to you to take the advice. So I love being an aunt.
That's a wonderful thing because, see, that's what we do as elders. See, an elder is 40. An elder could be 30 to someone who's 15. It's not just the seniors. And we're not going to get into how it looks on seniors today. Is because sometimes it's sad. Just go to some of these senior living places and see that they just sit around, and sometimes you shouldn't go to a senior place of rest to die. You need to go there to live. And that's what we're here for. We're not here to die, but we're not here to die. Right. We're here to live until we die. Exactly. So if you're living a boring life, there's no such thing as boring. It's because you can find something to do. It may not be what you want to do, but you can read a book. Reading for the blind. Read to somebody who can't read. Or help somebody read, no matter if they're 50, 40, 60, 70. Read. Text messages. Anything that you can do to enhance someone's life, take your time out and do it. And you will see the blessings. Everyone always want to pray when they're doing good. Some people pray when they're doing bad. But what you're praying for? Do you pick up a Bible and read it? Or do you just say, oh, Jesus is trying to tell me something? He's been trying to tell you something a long time. Educate yourself. Read the Bible. Read the Quran. Whatever it is, sit down, meditate. Do some other than what you're doing because apparently it's not working. So we have to go back to these practices and these cultures, and that's why I'm bringing it up today, because I want you to take time out of your time. It's because time is important. You don't have that much left. You think you got a lot left, but you don't. It's because we all have a time when it expires.
Yes.
Time will expire, just like your bread. You'll have to throw it away. And it's sad to say that because when you go into a funeral, someone's going to a funeral today, and they're expressing that so they understand that we must spend our time wisely together now, not tomorrow, not next week. Start today for tomorrow and for next week and on, and we can build a great nation again. I know you heard that, but remember, when he said he wants to make America great again, remember what was great in the black community before we took everything and integrated not just education, but we integrated our communities. We integrated our respect. We got infiltrated by people who wanted to keep us in an area so we can be what? The low grade of human capital. Not the, there's nothing wrong with human capital. There's nothing wrong with talent, skills, education. There's nothing wrong with that. But are you being financed right? When you go get that car, when you really pay attention to what they're doing to you, because I know I went to Moss Brothers. I'm going to talk about it. And I will go back to San Bernardino Moss Brothers. I will never go back because they treated me horribly.
Really?
They tell you something. Bumper insurance. Now, everybody out there thinking bumper to bumper insurance means bumper to bumper. No, it don't. No, it don't. Because when you bring that car back, they don't want to pay for it, and it's a big argument. Then you have to sue them and blah, blah, blah. But you still got that car, and you still got to pay on that car because they get their money off top.
So you saying, because I didn't even know about this bumper to bumper insurance. I just got full coverage, and every time I get in an accident, everything is covered. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to fight with my insurance.
Well, that's a different kind of insurance.
Okay.
This is from the dealer saying when you buy this car, if certain things are wrong with this car, when you bought it, they will fix it.
Yeah.
But I sent my car back, and then they tell you
it's not.
It's used. I have a 22. It's used, But they say pre-owned.
Yeah.
But there's problems with this car, and with a 22, I shouldn't have these problems with this car.
I should have problems. I got a 2018, but I don't.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying about these people.
Yeah.
And we need to just blast them. Blast them in social media because our dollar means something. So if they're not going to treat us right with respect, we won't spend our money with them.
Exactly.
We'll spend it somewhere else to someone who respects us, represents us, and let us and have good quality of cars, good quality of life, ownership, property. Do something for yourself because no one is going to do it for you. Next, daughter.
I don't have. I'm missing a paper, but next should be the black colleges.
Oh yeah, HBCUs.
Yes, HBCUs. Yeah, I don't know where that paper went, but I printed it out. I don't see it.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we was going to talk about the
Yes,
HBCUs, how these HBCUs were invented for education.
Yeah.
They were invented for us because we didn't have outlets. We didn't have somewhere that we can talk, that our educators can get jobs. Well, a lot of us went to traditional universities, and we still only make up 13%. I think I spoke on this before. And these HBCUs. So we need to go back to giving our HBCUs some funding. Find out which one is nearest you or which one do you like. Let's go to some of their football games.
Yeah.
Let's go like the classic that be in November with Grambling State and Southern. We should converge on that. We can wear a jacket. Instead of giving all our money to these other brands that really don't care about us, and you'll find that out. Just keep on living. You'll start seeing that a lot of your money that you're giving on these name brands, they don't care about you. They even spoke openly to say things about you.
Look at the Campbell situation.
Well, and it's just soup.
Yeah, and it's just soup.
It's just soup. See, you don't even have to go buy that soup. See, now we in an age where we don't have to go spend our money with these individuals. You can go somewhere else, and that's how you put pressure on people. You expose them. When you're exposing someone, the system, or it could be any, because look at it. How many black people have you seen in 7-Eleven? Just point it out. It's just an example. It's not saying 7-Eleven is bad or whatever, but how much do you see? But in certain areas, how many times do you see a black person going in there buying something? See, stop thinking like a consumer when you need to be an owner. Because when you think like a consumer, you are going to be consumed. Guaranteed. So it's nothing wrong with being a consumer, but be a consumer on your own time. Don't let nobody teach you that just spending your money is always a good thing. I always say save and invest. That's why now they say pay yourself first. It don't matter. It could be a little bit. It could be $5. Dr. Boyce Watkins got a program, $5 investment. $5 a day. How many cups of coffee has you bought today? See, you could invest that in something. There's a lot of stocks out there. I hit the stock market in some areas crashed big time. Some say now it's time to buy. Get into it. Find someone. Now we always gonna say in the black community, man, this person got me. This person he's scandalous. He's this. Find someone who's not, because everybody gonna take your money. It's always a scam out there. Every day they're looking for it because they're scammers. It doesn't matter about your skin complexion. Doesn't matter about what language you speak. Everybody's going after the dollar, the money. And I heard the dollar went down too. So it might be a good time to buy some gold. Who knows? Yeah. But it's up to you. And it's just good advice and a recommendation to take your money from somewhere and put it somewhere else. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Remember what Grandma told us? She told us that. So this is Black History Month. What kind of cultural practices are you going to do for the rest of this year? This is not just a show for today. Yeah. It's just to bring up because it is Black History Month. Yes. But it's something that we can talk about. And if you want to continue talking, you can hit me up at jameskane.com. Anytime, I'll talk back. Well, let's go to a quick break.
Yes.
Well, we're back. In a minute, we'll get to reading for the blind. But right now, I would like to say a few things to you that maybe this will hit home for some, and maybe it won't. Take the time out to listen to your children. Because right now, these kids today, they're starving for attention. And the attention that they're giving it's not good. We need to go back and let our youth understand that what they're seeing on social media, what they're seeing on these TVs, these programs, these reality shows, are really, a lot of it is fake. It's about money. People are out there doing these things because they want money. Look what's happening with the rappers in Atlanta. These dudes is feuding with each other, but some of them get together and then make a record together because they want your money. They done taught all of you how to go out and do these things, wind up in prison with all these years. You can't even get a package from them. You can't even write to them once you're in there. So to the elders, you know a lot of things that you're doing is not right. You know how to go back to these children. And what happened to when we was at the parks playing basketball? What happened to us playing dominoes, talking, educating? And the young don't have to be scared to walk up to an old guy. Because, see, a lot of us the problem is, with a lot of us, is this. We don't want the youngsters to know we failed. It's because we're embarrassed. But it's nothing wrong with failing at things. The only thing wrong is if you can't get up. You won't get up, and you won't do nothing about it. You want to stay strange because you don't want change. So you want someone to believe in your philosophy because you need that crutch to keep it going so you can say, wow, it is what it is. But it ain't what it ain't, because sometimes we need to do something else. You know, it's nothing wrong with being a leader. We have too many followers. We need to get up and lead. And it takes time to lead. It's hard to lead.
Yeah.
And a lot of these organizations, I don't really say rebel, but rebellion is not just with violence. When you speak of rebellion, it could be educating yourself.
Yeah.
It could be buy less tacos. It could be, won't you go get that food truck and sell your food? It's hard to find soul food now.
It is.
Because no one has soul anymore. It's just food. They just go get this food and they get discouraged. It's because we don't support. When I say we, all of us, we don't support each other. And you need to. Don't just get to this Black History and go to Martin Luther King parades and you sit there and you eat and you all come together and you look around like you're getting somewhere. Because a lot of times you're not.
At all.
It's just, it looks like a lot of people, But if you look at a population chart or speak to your school or college sociologist, you will see that you're only a percentage. Just think about that. 10, 12%. But that's 10, 12% of what? Because if that's 10, 12%, that means 89% or 90% of something is more than you. Think about that. Now, we're not going to read the scriptures, but I'm going to talk about in Romans. It's a chapter. It's the end of Numbers 30. And interesting to me is how in the black community we have took away from the black man. And it's so much how women talk to men nowadays. It's embarrassing to talk to your man crazy like that. Now, you might disagree of what he's doing, what he's saying, and how he's saying it. But talking to your kids, calling them bees, and that needs to stop. A being, I just use the word being. It's always something. Why you just can't be youngster anymore? You know, why we got to be YNs, ONs? We got to put an N on everything, and that's our problem. We need to put an end to it. We need to start having respect for ourselves. It's because I don't care if you take the ER and replace it with an A, it's still the same word.
Yeah.
See, the word was inwardly. See, and if you really look at it in the dictionary, you can't find it. The word you will find is saying you're cheap. You don't want to spend money. And it's sad because a lot of black businesses, that's how they look at you, because you're cheap when it comes to a black business, but you'll spend all your money with everybody else, and then you get mad when they don't hire you. Do you really think they're going to hire you? Well, get your skills together, because you're going to need it. See, but one thing, if you find a product, you can always sell it. See, that's the thing. If you have a skill, someone will always pay you for it. And that's what it is in Numbers. It spoke about women. If they made a vow to God, their creator, if their husband said something like, no, I need you for this, for that, God won't hold her to that vow. If your father, you made a vow with God, or whatever it may be, if your father say, no, daughter, I need you, blah, 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 God will say, okay, I'm not holding you to this vow. Now, if God, and when I say God, if you really look up the word God, it comes from the root word go. It means something you worship. So when someone tells you, oh, yeah, God, you better ask them, what God are they talking about? Because, see, we got many gods, because a lot of people worship certain things. And if you don't mind me, go get you an unabridged dictionary, like the oldest one you can find, like the early 1900s Oxford, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Look at them parentheses, and it's going to tell you where this word go from, because it's still the word good, gospel, all these things, God's spell. So if you don't take my word, look it up yourself. But anyway, the creator looked at the man and told Israel that their men are important because they are the head of the household, no matter how you want to do it. Now, even in the jungle, I watch my dog. I got a little dog, little bitty little Maltipoo. I got 2 Kane Corsals that are females, beasts, very trained. But that little dog goes and run them 2 women, and they get mad at him. They'll bust him up sometimes, but majority of the time, they don't bother him. They just let him run the yard, and he think he's the man. Well, we know that little dog is not doing that with these big old Cane Corsals, but nature respects the man. And if you start respecting the man and holding him accountable for the man he's supposed to be, instead of tearing him down all the time because you want to talk and you want to speak and you want your voice heard, you already got a voice. I don't think that women should always, I need my voice. I need to. Downgrading a man is not going to give you a voice.
At all.
Downgrading a man is not going to give you power. Because 9 times out of 10, that man can knock you out. That man can do something to you. And then when he do, what you do? 911. You run to 911. Because they ain't no joke. We know that. Public Enemy said 911 ain't no joke in your town. Because it's not no joke in mine. They will be there and they're going to be clapping. And they happy. I'll give you an illustration. I had this house in Pomona. It didn't have a side fence. So something going on, and I'm in my backyard. So the police walk up, and I asked him. He was a certain persuasion, like what Paul Mooney used to say, the complexion for the protection. Mm-hmm. And I asked him what's going on. Hey, man, I see two out of the shadows and it's dark, and, I'm barely seeing anyway. But these 2 dudes walked up on me, and I see blue, man. My heart popped. I said, oh, no, it's going down. And next thing I know, they said, well, someone called us and said, we had a disturbance in the backyard. And I said, there's no disturbance back here. May I help you? The dude just told me, get out the way and move. He didn't even tell me go in the house, no nothing. He just told me, get out the way and move. Mm-hmm. Now, I got kind of upset because, look, dude, I'm older than you. You in your 20s. Mm-hmm. I'm in my 50s. So you don't have the respect to talk to me like a human being, like, oh, yeah, we got this, what's called it, and let me know. No, just move out the way and we're going to go do our job. Like, if you keep on talking, we're going to take you down because there ain't nobody back here but me and them. So that's just an example on how sometimes people supposed to come and protect and serve, but you the one they're serving and not protecting. Mm-hmm. So protect yourself. Don't just look at Martin Luther King and everything else they're giving you. Sometimes research the Black Panthers. There was nothing wrong with the Black Panthers.
At all.
They were the community group. We have a lot of revolutionary groups that we need to find out about them. Mm-hmm. Read Marcus Garvey, Message to the People, because he'll tell you, stay clean, be leaders. In rebellion and organization and organizing, give respect to your your sociality, your community, if they're non-Black. Because we need each other to make this work. Mm-hmm. So it's not about harming your neighbor and getting mad for what was done in the past. It's time for us to make people pay for demonizing us when we're not demons. Because there's good and bad in every nationality. There's good and bad in every people. But our bad always overshadow our good. And it's time for us to stop that. It's because there's a lot of good out there. I'm looking at Facebook right now. There's a lot of people out there, and they ain't out there doing no wrong. They out there doing what they do. Got off work, whatever, on their way to work. Whatever, going swimming, whatever you're doing out there. You're not committing a crime. So stay strong. And we're going to talk about the Lakers.
Yes. So on Thursday, February 5th, the Los Angeles Lakers defeated Philadelphia 119-115, overcoming a left leg injury to Luke.
Oh, Luke got hurt again. I love that dude, but that dude stay hurt. He brittle.
He got left the game in the first half with a left leg injury and did not return.
And then AR had to bring him out again. Now, Austin Reeves, he got game. That guy right there.
Reeves?
I like his story. See, Reeves' story is impressive. Mm-hmm. He didn't at first, he got drafted by the Lakers, but late, or he was undrafted.
Yeah.
His skills didn't all show. But he had confidence in his game. And having confidence in his game, he chose to continue to work on it. And when he continued to work on it, he got better and better. And now, look where he's at now. No one knew his name. No one pays him attention. LeBron James said it in the beginning years ago that AR is going to be a beast. He's good to working with. And there's a lot of people is gone off the Lakers now, but Austin Reed is still there. They were still crying, all the sports announcers. Oh, trade Reed, trade Reed. That's why I don't believe everything you hear.
Yep.
Trade Reed. They didn't trade him because one thing you need to know, you might not get what you want. See, so sometimes it's not good to try something else when something is working. And we try to do that. If it's not working like we want it or it's the job that we want, we always try to go somewhere else and find out we just got new problems now.
Yeah.
And the old problems wasn't so bad.
At all. And I give it to Reeves. He shot 12 out of 17 from the field, including 5 of 8 from three-point range, scoring 13 of his 35 points in the fourth quarter to secure the win.
Yes. And that's what we needed, boy. That purple,
that comeback,
gold. Yes.
After trailing earlier, the Lakers railed in the second half, leading by 16 points before hitting off a late 76 charge. Yep.
Yes. Well, we'll move on over. Who y'all got in the Super Bowl? Me? Neither one.
Yep, neither one.
I'm just waiting because allegedly, our coach is going to be Kubiak. Now, I watched Gary Kubiak and the years of them being with Denver. But, see, this is the thing. How your enemy becomes your future. It's because this is how sometimes destiny works. Gary Kubiak was on the Denver Donkeys. And the Donkeys and Kubiak, then he went over to the Ravens and became a Super Bowl coach. Now, you know it's hard for a Raider to go to Denver, and it's hard for Denver to go to the Raiders because these rivalries are real rivalries. Back in my days, I don't know about now because now everybody hug each other happy. I ain't never seen so many people happy to lose. But anyway, that's the times right now. But their coach now, his son, is going to coach the Raiders. He has an opportunity to become greater than his father. Because whoever takes the Raiders and take them back to the promised land, the Raider Nation is humongous, and it's going to be bonkers. It's going to be crazy, son. It's going to be great. Sound like in New York. It's going to be crazy, son. Because Raider fans are all over the place, and we love it. That's one place that I always love going, see the Raiders play and going to tailgates. Because that's the time where you see everybody, small, great, powerful, not so powerful, low budget, middle class, lower class, upper class, rich, all in one area screaming Raiders. You don't even know it. The guy sitting right next to you, multi-millionaire, drinking beer with you, drunk with you, right there with the Raiders. So,
well, I don't know. You said allegedly, but on ESPN, it's saying that it will be the contract cannot be finalized until after February 8th.
Right. That's Monday after the football.
Okay.
That's why I said allegedly he's our coach because they ain't signed it yet.
No.
Because
they
our
didn't.
last coach, boy, he Clinberry took off. He was like, oh no. I can't deal with these Raiders because he didn't have confidence in his skills like Austin Reed. See, that's what we need, a coach that got confidence and show us our direction where we need to go in Raider Nation. Just like J.J. Redick. There's no one talking about JJ when the Lakers lose.
Yeah.
They're not talking about his job. They gave him an extension because they can see the direction that he's going. And that's what it's about. It's about what's your purpose today in life. What direction are you going to achieve that purpose? Is that purpose achievable? Well, only you know that, and hopefully you dig down into yourself as this year goes on, 2026, and find out what's your purpose and start taking steps in that direction, because If someone loves you, they're going to go right along with you, and y'all all going to meet up at the same place. It was a renowned pastor said this. If you catch the bus to Los Angeles and it ends up in Los Angeles, if you don't make it to Los Angeles, either you got off the bus or you caught the wrong bus. Mm-hmm. So don't catch the wrong bus if you're trying to go somewhere. It's because you can achieve your goals. You just make those plans. Stick to them. If you want to get off cigarettes, you can do it. I did it. I smoked cigarettes for 16 years. Now, it's been over that. It's been about 25 years I haven't smoked. It's hard. Now I got to conquer seasoning. I never thought as a kid I'd be addicted to seasoning. Good food. Mm-hmm. It's very addicting because a pig is a pig, but how you season it, it becomes a Mexican pig. It becomes a Mediterranean pig, mm-hmm. an Argentinian pig. A black pig. Oh, we call it soul. So we have soul piggy. But that's what it all is. And it's strange how we look at things. It's because it's how you season it. That's strange because we need change. What we got left?
451. Oh, why I was looking, right? I can't believe somebody got fired and then picked up the Chargers defense.
Oh,
yeah. Somebody picked him. Yeah, he got.
Oh yeah, mentor.
Yeah.
Oh, the Raiders was trying to get him, but no, he's a good coach. I think he went to Baltimore.
He went to Baltimore.
Yeah, I think the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, he's a good coach. Oh yeah, he used to have the Chargers defense going because they still having problems over there in Charger where them lightning bolts. But the problem is they're lightning bolts. But it don't rain in Southern California. So, wow. Hey, but the sad part is it does get windy. I don't know why they not winning.
Yeah.
So we're going to end. Hopefully you got something out of my rant this week. And I'll see you back Saturday at 4 on KCAA Radio 106.5, 1050 a.m. and live on Facebook. And you can find me, James Bocane Experience. That's my YouTube channel. You can find me on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music. If your life is not going right, restructure, regroup, refocus on what you have left. This is the James Kane Experience, and I believe in you, so believe in yourself.
Yes.
News, weather, and talk from KCAA